एक मंच जहां मिलती है महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियां।
सवाल हो और जवाब दूं।
एक मंच जहां होते हैं हंसी और ठहाके।
वाह।
एक मंच जहाँ होती हैं चर्चाएं।
दूसरी वाली आपको नहीं समर्पित करूंगा।
नहीं कीजिए, बड़े स्पोर्टिंग।
आप पहले सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद कहिएगा आपको चाहिए समर्पण कि नहीं चाहिए।
एक मंच जहां मिलेगा लोकप्रिय संगीत।
और इन सब के बीच एक ऐसा मंच जहां मिलता है सब कुछ। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ।
Inspirational Wings, a show to make you feel up, to make you feel enthusiastic. To listen to this beautiful inspirational ride, tune us on Radio Udaan every Thursday 9 to 10 p.m. and repeat every Friday 4 to 5 p.m. Happy listening with your own RJ Divya Sharma. गुड इवनिंग, नमस्ते एंड सत श्री अकाल। मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट एंड दोस्त आरजे दिव्या शर्मा और शो है आपका अपना इंस्पिरेशनल विंग्स, ओनली ऑन रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ फ्लाइट। फ्रेंड्स, you can drop in your instant messages, views and feedbacks on Skype. Our Skype ID is Radio Udaan and I am right here to entertain your views and suggestions. Let us begin this inspirational ride with our very first segment. As we all know, this first segment contains a story. Sometimes a moral story or sometimes an educative one. And today we are going to talk about a story titled Brotherhood. Ram received an automobile from his brother as a birthday gift. One day when Ram came out of his office, he saw a street urchin was walking around the shiny new car, admiring it. Is this your car? He asked. He asked again, is this your car? Ram nodded. Yes, my brother gifted this car to me on my birthday. The street boy was astonished. You mean your brother gave it to you and it didn't cost you nothing? Boy, I wish. He hesitated. Of course, Ram knew what he was going to wish for. He was going to wish he had a brother like his brother. But what the lad said jarred Ram all the way down to his heels. Ah, I wish, the boy went on, that I could be a brother like that. Yes, friends, the boy said, I wish that I could be a brother like that. Ram looked at the boy in astonishment and then impulsively he added, would you like to take a ride in my automobile? Oh yeah, I would love that, boy said. After a short ride, the boy turned and with his eyes aglow said, "Would you mind driving in front of my house?" Ram smiled a little. He thought he knew what the lad wanted. He wanted to show his neighbors that he could ride home in a big automobile. But Ram was wrong again. Yes, Ram was wrong again. "Will you stop where those 2 steps are?" the boy asked him. He ran up the steps. Then, in a little while, Ram heard him coming back, but he was not coming fast. He was carrying his little crippled brother. The boy then sat him down on the bottom step, then sort of squeezed up against him and pointed to the car. "There he is, brother. Like I told you upstairs, his brother gave it to him and it didn't cost him a penny. Someday I am going to give you one just like it. Then you can see for yourself all the pretty things in the shop windows that I have been trying to tell you about." Ram got out and lifted the crippled boy to the front seat of his car. The shining-eyed older brother climbed in beside him, and the 3 of them began a memorable ride. So friends, this was a wonderful, sweet and a touching story named Brotherhood. It shows how much a brother can love his brother. So, I hope you have enjoyed this touching, sweet story titled Brotherhood. Now friends, I will meet you after this short musical break. Stay tuned, keep listening, keep inspiring, and stay tuned.
To the moon, we like to party, we're in the mood. what you gonna get. You know you like it, I know you do. So turn it up and let the beat just let you loose. Tonight we're going all the way. You want my lips to kiss the pain away. Body to body we can cause a flame. We can ignite, ignite, ignite. Tonight we're going all the way. You want my lips to kiss the pain away. Body to body we can cause a flame. We can ignite, ignite, ignite. We're getting physical, 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 oh physical, physical. We're getting physical, 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 oh physical, physical. You wanna dance, you wanna move. I'm on a mission to just take you to my room. Tonight we're going all the way. You want my lips to kiss the pain away. Body to body we can cause a flame. We can ignite, ignite, ignite. We're getting physical, 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 oh physical, physical. We're getting physical, 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 oh physical, physical.
India, yeah, India, we will sing. We are one Indians, we are Indian.
ये आवाज है हमारे मेंबर्स के द्वारा भेजे जाने वाले ईमेल कम्युनिकेशन की। ये आवाज है हमारे ग्रुप के द्वारा ऑर्गेनाइज की जाने वाली कन्वेंशन और वर्कशॉप में पार्टिसिपेट करने वाले लोगों की।
और इन सब का नाम है Say Everything.
Say Everything means a group of integration.
से एवरीथिंग यानी एक आवाज, विचार और अभिव्यक्ति।
Say Everything means a group of free expression.
Say Everything is an international mailing list to learn and share, where the subscribers can discuss every topic of common interest via email exchange from around the world.
For more information and to subscribe our mailing list, please log on to www.sayeverything.org.
Say Everything, India's #1 international mailing list. Come and join us today.
You are listening Inspirational Wings with RJ Divya Sharma. So दोस्तों, we all know that now we are in second segment, and in this segment I am going to play another wonderful, helpful audio clip for my listeners. Our today's audio clip is regarding wealth. So I'll meet you after this audio clip. I hope you will find it helpful and it may help you. Happy listening.
As we start this section, keep in mind that the forces of disorder that define the universe that we talked about at the very beginning of the program, they hate wealth. Wealth is the most disorder-resistant structure in the universe. It is the capacity to reverse disorder. When you have wealth, for example, if disorder takes over and knocks down your house in an earthquake, if you've got wealth, you can build it back up again. Wealth is actually the capacity to reverse the disorderly direction of everything around us. And for that reason, the universal forces of disorder, they hate wealth. They're going to give you 1,000,001 ways to separate you from your wealth and to prevent your wealth from growing. They want you to drink and gamble your money away. They want you to amass tremendous credit card debt, lure you into scams with false promises of riches. There will be a lot of ways out there you can lose your money, and we're going to talk about how to close up all those risks, how to make sure you have the money you need and you grow it safely. So let's get started. The first of the 3 laws we're going to talk about in the context of financial crash-proofing is bringing your wasteful spending habits under control, and the law is your worst financial enemy is you. That's crash-proofing law number 4. Your worst financial enemy is you. You know, people like to blame other people for their financial troubles. Oh, it's the market, or it's someone else, or my job, or my boss, or whatever. But the main reason that financial lives crash is fiscal irresponsibility. The main reason we experience financial problems is our own fault. We don't save enough. We splurge on pointless expenditures. We run up credit card debt. We waste hundreds of thousands of dollars on vices. We convince ourselves we'll never get hurt or get old or otherwise be in a position where we have to use savings, and consequently, we do not adopt the kind of savings and investing structures that we need. So keep in mind, your worst financial enemy is you, and we've got to change that. We've got to turn that around, and that's what we're going to try to do in this part of the program. And what I like to use to try to encourage people to save and invest safely is what I call the pyramid financial structure, and I want to introduce you to that right now. There are a lot of ways you can save and invest correctly and in a way that's going to help protect your financial future. But I think the pyramid structure is a very valuable one. You might choose to vary this a little bit or do something a little bit different, but I'm going to give you one that I know works, and then you decide how carefully and how rigidly you want to stick to it. I call it the pyramid structure because the pyramid is basically the most stable structure on earth. If you think of a pyramid and how stable it is with the point at the top and the 4 lines going down to the 4 corners, and it's just a very stable structure. You look at the pyramids in Egypt, for example. I mean, they've lasted practically forever. They're among the only structures of that age that are still standing. It's because they're so solid. And I want you to think about your financial future and saving for your financial future and building up a very positive financial future as something like a pyramid. Consider financial security basically to be a pyramid. You sit on top, and there are 4 corners at the bottom that provide you a strong base of support. Each one of those 4 corners is a financial account, and the lines going from you at the top of that pyramid down to the 4 corners is some sort of direct deposit mechanism that sends money into each one of these 4 accounts that are used for 4 very different kinds of purposes. The idea is to have 4 pools of money, each for a very defined purpose, that effectively separates yourself from some of your money. It's very important to build these sort of legal structures of having different accounts for different purposes because it helps create a disciplined mind. The structures themselves do nothing. They really help you structure money in your mind in a way that says, okay, certain money is for certain things and certain other money is for other activities that you're going to engage in. These legal structures make it easier for you to exercise financial discipline. Now, the 4 bases of the pyramid and the 4 accounts that I'm talking about are the following 4 accounts. First is what I call the limited purpose checking account. You should put 70% of your money in the limited purpose checking account. That's for day-to-day expenses of the type that we'll discuss shortly. Then we have what's called the slush fund, and about 10% of your money, your after-tax dollars, should go into the slush fund. That is a corner of the pyramid that's for fun things, vacation, luxury items. As I said before, this is not one of those don't spend any of your money programs. You should be able to spend some of your money. You should be able to spend about 10% of it doing things you like and enjoy. But there are some limits. Some of the, quote, fun things, unquote, that you might do are too anti-structural to be part of a crash-proofing program, and we'll try to eliminate those entirely and focus on the things that are really fun and that don't really dissipate your wealth structure. Third thing we're going to need to have is an untouchable savings account. 10% of the money you earn goes into this corner of the pyramid until you've reached a comfortable level of savings, and then you can use it for other things that we'll discuss. Finally, we have the investment clearinghouse account. About 10% of your after-tax income goes into that corner of the pyramid as well. Once you have your savings where it needs to be, then you'd up that to about 20%. You'd not put money in the savings part, but you'd put it into the investing part. That money used for stocks and bonds and commodities and other traditional investments that we'll be discussing. So to recap, you have 4 accounts, the 4 bases of this pyramid. The limited purpose checking account, 70% of your income, which you live on a day-to-day basis. Slush fund, 10%, which is for fun things. A savings account, 10% for just saving money, basically gathering dust for a rainy day, and 10% for investments. If you can establish a structure that reasonably approximates that pyramid structure, you will find you have tremendous financial security, the strongest base of financial security that you can possibly have. And as I said, you don't have to diminish your lifestyle to do it. You can have fun at the same time.
So friends, wasn't it an amazing audio clip regarding wealth? So दोस्तों, I hope this audio clip proved helpful for each of you. Anyways दोस्तों, now I will meet you after this musical break. Keep listening Inspirational Wings with RJ Divya Sharma only on your favorite radio station, Radio Udaan. Keep motivating and keep inspiring.
जब तक हो बात कुछ होती रहे, बात जब तक हो सामने बैठे रहो तुम, रात जब तक हो।
अरे रे अरे क्या हुआ मैंने न ये जाना, नाम क्या दे क्या कहे दिल के मौसम को, आग जैसे लग गई आज शबनम को, ऐसा लगता है किसी ने छू लिया हमको।
अरे ये क्या हुआ
मैंने न ये जाना,
अरे बन जाए ना
कहीं कोई अफसाना,
अरे कुछ हो गया,
कोई न पहचाना,
अरे बनता है तो
बन जाए अफसाना। क्या हुआ कोई न पहचाना हम में तुम में कुछ तो है कुछ नहीं है क्या और कुछ हो जाए तो कुछ यकीन है क्या देख लो ये दिल जहां था ये वही है क्या
अरे रे अरे ये क्या हुआ
मैंने न ये जाना
अरे रे अरे बन जाए ना
कहीं कोई अफसाना
अरे रे अरे कुछ हो गया
कोई न पहचाना
अरे रे अरे बनता है तो
बन जाए अफसाना
ला 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 ला
क्या आप इच्छुक हैं जानने के लिए भारतीय राज्यों की संस्कृति, पहनावे और खान पान के विषय में?
મળે સૂર જો તારો મારો બને આપણો સૂર નિરાળો.
तो आइए मेरे साथ रेडियो उड़ान पर हर बृहस्पतिवार रात 10 से 11 प्रोग्राम डेट विद अ स्टेट में. इस प्रोग्राम के दौरान आप हमें हमारी स्काइप आईडी रेडियो उड़ान पर कॉल भी कर सकते हैं. अधिक जानकारी के लिए लॉग इन करें www.radioudan.com.
Now we have stepped in third segment, and in this segment, you all know, we talk about motivation, courage, determination and inspiration. Today, I am going to talk about another inspirational story, and our today's inspiring story is of Ramesh Babu. Where there is a will, there is a way. Maybe a hackneyed phrase, but it still holds true in the case of achievers who stand out from the crowd. They are ordinary people indeed, but their thoughts, firmness and achievements make them truly extraordinary. Anything can be accomplished if you set your mind to it. You can be anything if you dare to be. Dare to be patient when time seems to be running out of your hand. Dare to be tougher when adversity strikes. Dare to be persistent when you are completely exhausted, and dare to keep going when the road in front of you seems to be ending. Successful people aren't extraordinary, but it is their courage, determination, positive attitude and desire to succeed that makes them stand out of the crowd. So friends, here is story of a barber who truly is a cut above the rest. Ramesh Babu from Bangalore, who is in his late 30s, dreamt big. But had no resources or godfathers to make his dreams come true. One of his desires was to own a fleet of luxury cars. Yes, one of his desires was to own a fleet of luxury cars. But those days it seemed impossible. A far-fetched fish. Whether you want to have a nice haircut done for a reasonable price or want to travel in a luxury car, Ramesh Babu is the man to satisfy you with both. Yes, he is the man to satisfy you with both. He owns over 100 luxury cars, including BMW, Rolls-Royce, and many more. Now the question comes in our mind is, if it is possible for a barber to own a fleet of cars, some of the world's costliest cars, is it really possible? How did this barber make it? Today he owns not 1 or 2 or 3, but 128 luxurious cars. Ramesh's father, who owned a small salon, died when Ramesh was a young boy. His mother did not have the means to make ends meet, as Ramesh was still a child. So his uncle took the responsibility to run the shop and trained Ramesh in the profession. Those days, my mother used to get only ₹5 a day from my uncle as rent for our saloon, recalls Ramesh Babu. In the year 1994, after PUC, Ramesh preferred to run his father's shop rather than continue his education. His expertise soon made him popular, and his clients included politicians, policemen, film personalities, sports personalities, and public figures. People started coming to him from all the corners of life. However, his profession did not make him rich, but he still cherished the dream owning a car. तो दोस्तों, और भी जानेंगे रामेश बाबू के बारे में, who is a barber, but at the same time, he owns luxurious cars. So to know more about this inspiring personality, stay tuned, and I'm coming after this quick musical break with this inspirational story. You are listening RJ Divya Sharma in your own show, Inspirational Wings. Stay tuned.
I don't know why you wanna follow me tonight, when the rest of the world, with whom I've crossed and have quarreled, lets me down so. For 1,000 reasons that I know, to share forever be honest with all the demons that possess beneath the silver moon. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight. I'm tired of being silent. 8th and Ocean Drive, with all the vampires and their brides. We're all bloodless and blind, and longing for a life beyond the silver moon. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight. I'm tired of being silent. I'm still in the street, yeah, crying out for you. No one sees me but the silver moon. So far away, so out of space. I've trashed myself, I've lost my way. I've got to get to you, got to get to you. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight. I'm tired of being silent. I'm still in the street, yeah, crying out for you. No one sees me but the silver moon. Maybe you were right, but baby I was lonely. I don't wanna fight. I'm tired of being silent. I'm standing in the street, yeah, crying out for you. No one sees me but the silver moon.
A room without a book is a concrete desert. A person without a book is a cognizant dead carcass. Here comes Radio Udaan with a brand new show to help you to find your soul on every Tuesday 9 to 10 p.m. A look into a book. With me, Balanagendran. A look into a book. An excavation for eternal bliss.
दोस्तों एक बार फिर से स्वागत है आपका शो इंस्पिरेशनल विंग्स में. In our last segment, we were talking about an inspirational story of Ramesh Babu. We left the segment with the words, however, his profession did not make him rich, but he still cherished the dream of owning a car. Now let us pursue this story further. He started off by buying a Maruti Omni in the year 1994 for personal use, and That perhaps was what changed his life forever. Instead of using the car for himself, he rented it out. Even corporate companies would rent his vehicle, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months. Once he started earning revenue from his car renting business, he went on adding more cars. In the year 2004, I owned 6 different cars and started expanding my business, says Ramesh Babu. To attract big personalities, I invested in Mercedes, BMW and Rolls-Royce. It paid off, he says, with pride. He gives Rolls-Royce on rent at rupees 50,000 a day, and when business is slack, he takes his wife and kids for a drive. My dream of driving a Rolls-Royce is finally fulfilled, says Ramesh Babu. While adding on cars, he expanded his saloon business too and opened 2 more shops around Bangalore. My first priority is my profession, my barber shop. That gave me bread, and every day I work from 8 a.m. till late evening. I visit all 3 saloons and handle the work personally. This gives me enormous satisfaction, he says. Most of the clients for my fleet of cars are celebrities, including Salman Khan, Aishwarya Rai and others, and top corporate companies, he adds. Today he owns, as I told you before, 128 cars. He runs his business under the company name Ramesh Tours and Travels in Bangalore. He dedicates his success to his mother, recalling how she had struggled for him, especially after the death of his father. Her sacrifice and guidance have helped me to achieve my goal, he says. His formula for success. All you need to succeed is confidence, relentless hard work, dedication and undeviating focus on your goal. And some luck, of course. So listeners, this was an inspiring story of Ramesh Babu, a success story of a person who is not only a barber but owns more than 123 luxurious cars. He not only pursued his profession of barber but also lived his dream of owning cars, fleet of cars. So we must get the message from this story that nothing is impossible if we have faith in ourselves, confidence and dedication towards our goals. तो दोस्तों, I hope you also felt the same. Now I have to take a musical break, but I will meet you just after this musical break. Happy listening and keep motivating. You are with your RJ Divya Sharma, only on Radio Udaan.
मैं एक फर्द हूँ या एक एहसास हूँ, मैं एक जिस्म हूँ या रूह की प्यास हूँ, कि सच की तलाश है, दूर आकाश है, मंजिल पास नहीं, क्या तू मेरे पास है? के सच की तलाश है, दूर आकाश है, मंजिल पास नहीं, क्या तू मेरे पास है? या एक एहसास हूँ, मैं एक जिस्म हूँ या रूह की प्यास हूँ।
नगमे हैं, शिकवे हैं, हिस्से हैं, बातें हैं।
यादें, ये यादें कई बार हंसा जाती हैं हमें, मुस्कुराने पर मजबूर कर जाती हैं हमें, और कई बार रुला देती हैं हमें। फिर वो यादें अपनी जिंदगी की हों या दूसरों से जुड़ी। दोस्तों, ऐसे अनगिनत राज हैं बॉलीवुड में जो आज तक खुले ही नहीं, और अगर खुले भी तो बहुत कम लोग जिन्हें जानते हैं। तो चलिए, कोई बात नहीं, मैं आरजे पुनीत सोनी लेकर आ रहा हूं आपके लिए यादें कही अनकही इस शो में, जिसमें होंगी यादें बॉलीवुड से जुड़ी हुई, होंगे फसाने और उनसे जुड़े तराने। तो सुनना न भूलिए हर मंगलवार रात 10 से 11 यादें कही अनकही, यादें अनकही, यादें अनकही, यादें अनकही, अनकही।
आप सुन रहे हैं इंस्पिरेशनल रिंग्स आरजे दिव्या के साथ।
So listeners, now we have reached the last segment of this inspirational ride. तो दोस्तों, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको ये एपिसोड पसंद आया होगा। तो now it's my turn to remind you about how to put in your messages, views and feedbacks. You can visit our website www.radioudaan.com. There you can fill up a form for submitting your views and feedbacks. You can also add us on Skype. Our Skype ID is Radio Udaan. And yes, if you are a Facebook user, then you can also like our page. The URL is www.facebook.com/Radio Udaan. And you can also put in your messages to me on my Radio Udaan ID, that is divya@radioudaan.com. Now, dosto, I have to take a leave, but I will meet you the same day, Thursday, the same time, 9 to 10. Keep listening Radio Udaan. And coming up next is Jyoti Malik with the show A Date with a State. Now, I have to go, but before that, I would say, keep inspiring, keep motivating, and keep smiling. And if you have skipped any episode of any show of Radio Udaan, then don't worry. There is no need to be worried, because you can request us for episodes. For that, you just need to visit our website, and there is an option of archive. Just drop in your request there, and you will be with your desired episodes. So, dosto, goodbye, good luck, and take care of yourselves. Now, this last track is for all my listeners. It is your RJ Divya Sharma, right from Nyanangal studio. Good luck.
आँखों के सागर, होठों के सागर, आँखों के सागर, होठों के सागर, ले डूबे हमें, ले डूबे हमें, आँखों के सागर। ले डूबे
आप सुन रहे हैं रेडियो उड़ान, द फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ, वर्ल्ड्स नंबर 1 इंटरनेट रेडियो स्टेशन ऑफ इट्स ओन काइंड। सुनते रहिए और एंजॉय कीजिए रेडियो उड़ान।